I would have said that actually Hachiman and Ganesha should outpressure an Ulan gap, but I've been proven wrong right here, and also a lot of trouble there. Gets stunned, gets poked down, and nearly dies there.
Just a little bit of a better aim on behalf of Frostfire Ninja could have easily secured either of those kills. Unfortunately, right now we do see that he's pretty low on mana, so not able to spam those abilities to try and get his opponents low. We see the Thor has gone over to this right-hand side to put some pressure on the Kakalan, but being Kakalan, he is the master of the early game, so I don't think he's going to have any trouble at all over there.
Unless he misplays, he should be fine. He was going for the Death Chill, so he's a bit more sustaining, a bit more tanky, so he should be all fine in matchup. I think it's more like defense rotation out of Gamma on the Thor. Just keep World safe, so World finally gets his wave clear online, and then should be fine in the lane. Busted so far, despite an early gang in mid, not making impact, but getting oracles right here, and looking for his level 5 power spike, getting those cats online and see what she can do with that.
Yeah, right now we kind of see that everything's gone back to normal in terms of the way that teams are starting. We see two people in the duo lane, two people in the mid lane, and one person in the solo lane. Do you think that this is a product of the characters that they both picked, or actually over in the solo lane? Even though we were talking about starting in the middle lane, we see a jungler sitting over in that right lane and not able to protect his solo
scaling on all of her abilities. So really working that out. And Hatchman, even though he is known to be really safe with that horse, not safe against the Bastet. So maybe
Yeah.
Bastet is a counter to Hachim. Maybe all didn't know that.
Well,
I'm just trying to make it, just find a way to make the Bastet work here. And why they picked it really early though. Or the second pick, I think.
yeah, so it was very early selection for Sexy Boys, and right now it's working out pretty well for them. They are sitting on a 1k lead right now. Although the Wukong did invade the speed while everything was going on in that left-hand side, and yeah, just sad that he didn't get that buff.
He just stood there staring on the buff on the floor. He was like, "No, please,
Not my speed.
not like this." That was gone. And now Muzi and Meshi having a bit of a
Respect. Support respect.
Respect. Are we all used to that support slap fight where nothing really happens because I know they can't kill each other, but here was just like a battle for the backing. Yeah, having some fun in those games. I would just leave room for that, and we all like that. Golden's fighting right now though.
The Mist of Tiger leads to the ultimate from Dracula getting a good hit. He's got the Beast form now, and he does pop that Beast ultimate onto Wolf. Wolf is forced into the cloud, but right now he should be totally okay. There's 4 members surrounding him right now, but he does decide to go back in, knowing that Gambit is up in the sky. He goes back down to the Cullen, but does get hit by the Kraken. Aegis is out, Geb ultimate down, and he does get taken out by Dr. Spencer.
Yeah, I can really see the swap over there of having a Half-Life Vulcan and a Half-Life Thor jumping into a full team of enemies. So Poseidon was a Kraken up, even though they had Aegis. So, question where the decision making right there. Wolf still fighting back, look for the moment to try go. And now Bastet in the mix, getting Gap Shield, and we should finally reset that fight here. No mana Poseidon, no life on Gap, so they got what they wanted. So just back off now and get something more. But my is not finished.
Oh. Well, I was about to say, I'm surprised I didn't go further in on them since we had no mana on the Poseidon and the Geb was relatively low, but like I just said, we just saw the ultimate pop from Ashy and that was just enough to take down the Geb.
And Fireball Ninja now at 3-0-0, having a great early game, and put that 4-0-0, just quickly ult the low mana Poseidon, nothing can do, no dash available, no speed buff, just soul damage on your head. Well, there, so this soul is becoming dangerous, and they need to find a way to get her down, and Bastet doesn't seem, for me, the right call to get a soul down.
Yeah, you know, when it comes to relative counters to Bastet, I would say Soul is one of them, especially since you can just immune away from those cats and most of the knock damage. She is relatively fast as well, so with that speed boost from her to separate, she's going to be able to run away pretty safely.
Yeah, and meanwhile, she can kill the cats with the 1 and with the 3. So that pops. In late game with some more damage on the soul, and those cats will not survive any longer. Bastet after last stages will get that power boost then, but at that point also abilities should be on cooldown, so it doesn't even matter. I think soul is really should not be all too scared out of a Bastet.
Right now we kind of see the battle of the carries. Right now we see the Soul who's 4-0-0 versus the Kakulin who's 3-0-1. It's going to really depend on who's going to be at these fights. We see Wolf lurking around the corner trying to get a stun onto Dr. Spencer, but the beads come out and he will be okay. Taking a little bit of damage from that mid-tier tier 1 tower is Wolf, but he's just going to go back to lane. He's a Wukong. He doesn't really care.
Yeah, both teams are like looking for a pick right now. They want to get a pick and then look for the Gold Fury, because we scratched the 10-minute mark. Gold Fury is available. Stacked some gold on it. Portal Demon also an option, but in the other game you really want that Gold Fury. And the blue team is preparing for that. Look at this. There's 4 wards surrounding the Gold Fury, so as soon as they see a chance, they're gonna go for that.
Yeah, oddly enough, right now we see 2 sentry wards on the entrance to the duo lane rather than the entrance to the mid lane. I'm not necessarily mad that there are sentry wards there, but I would have preferred to see those sentry wards on the point where there are a lot of contention, which would be around the mid lane. I am glad that both teams are warding. It's really good to see that teams are really concerned about vision, because in this meta, it's all about the rotations and who's there first and who's making the plays, you know?
Yeah, maybe that's just a case of, I really want to ward there, but all I have is sentry ward. Yep, just gonna place it on there. Better waste some money than just dying, I guess, thought process here. I agree with you. I want the walls to be sentries in the mid lane and get those rotation stopping wards down really early. So
Yeah.
no fighting so far. So we were waiting for picks, and I'm gonna look at Thor here. Thor should be the catalyst for the next pick because he has his ult up, he has his Joss finished. He should look to just go into the air, find an unwanted spot, and look for Ul or Poseidon.
Yeah, right now he has to be careful though. There are so many wards on the map on the side of the sexy boys that if he's going in the air, he's most likely going to be spotted out. So he's got to be really careful about where he goes up from and who he goes on.
A bit of miscommunication in mid lane. Poseidon missed the pull completely because Gap was holding the wave in another place. But still gets the farm, nothing lost, just a bit of banter there. Gap giving the stairs. Well, that one. Oracle's the left lane getting contested, but not a big of a fight, I think.
Yeah, right now we see Gamma trying to get some damage on the threat, misses the wall. He is going to join up with this team to try and get these oracles. This could be the catalyst that both teams need. Minor Threat unable to secure those oracle harpies, but he does put a little bit of tick on Namashi. But both teams looking like they don't really want to fight right now.
Yeah, Mashi has some physical defense online right now. There's no pen on the Bastard so far. Looking for a Heartseeker ability to get an extra punch in for the first ability. And Ganesha rocking those fancy new purple Teleria boots. So he's getting around the map, he should be fine, but he's looking for mid, looking for an ult, and they finally got the sentry wards where you want them. So teams are listening to you, so we like that.
Yeah, right now we did see a little bit of a slap fight going on in the solo lane. Bastet has made the rotation, trying to see if she can do anything to take down the Sun Wukong for the third time this match. However, it looks like she's just going to back off. There is a ward there on both sides, so they're totally aware that the rotation is coming, and Wolf's just going to be happy to send her to tower.
Yeah, and it is a Sun Wukong, and he has ultimate up, he has shell up, and he got Sons up, so there's no way they're gonna kill it. All they're gonna look for is just like get him low, make him old, and then go for a repeat gank or get the tower, which is really low so far.
Yeah, indeed. Right now we do see the tower advantage on the side of Sexy Boys. If they decide to pick a fight, then they're gonna have a really easy time taking down either the solo tier 1 or the mid tier 1 tower. If they get down either of those towers, it's gonna be just that much easier to go for the Gold Fury. They're gonna have a little bit more map pressure, and right now we do see those sentry wards, like we were talking about, coming out from Perfect Crime to prevent the rotations from the ADCs.
Yeah, but they still stick to the sentry ward at the top left. Oh, there we go. Golden engaging with the 3 players. But by what I was talking about, just get this up right and it's just fine. Also wasted and rage form wasted, but they're gonna look for invade here. And Gamma, look for a speed buff, trying to make his escape because 3 blue players running at him and trying to get him down.
Yeah, speed buff on both, but right now the cats are popped under that tier 2 tower. Gamma has popped the Aegis, but will it be enough? I don't think so, unless the cats are dead. Right now, he is getting out with 1 health. Unfortunately, not enough damage. Ultimate onto Fireball Ninja, good Aegis, and the ultimate coming out from Geb as well. But is it going to be enough? Is he going to be able to get immune? He is immune! He will not be falling either.
Yeah, big exchange there, right there. But nothing happened. A lot of actives burned down. Burned actives, especially Bastard. Lots of people get saved by the cats just having an Aegis. But Aegis are down now. Thor has no Aegis, so that might be clear. But here's another fight. Thor comes in, hits a good wall. Good Ganesh ult comes out. Mumsy his first target. Gap there, 1 HP one. Gets taken up by Gamma. Gamma goes down. And Charles chasing down, but Dr. Spencer made the towers. So did Minor Threat. So nothing will happen. And Burkhardt still have to fight with people because Kikola can just do those things, especially with the tanky setup he has gone. And all that physical defense on him, we're gonna get him through that.
Yeah, right now we see Oswald in the mid lane pushing down that tier 1 tower. Nobody's there to stop him, so he's just gonna do it. Meanwhile, over in the dual lane, we see Frostfire Ninja taking down that duo tier 1 tower. Unfortunately, duo tier 1 tower does not have the kind of effect that the mid tier 1 tower does. And right now we also see the portal demon being secured by the red team. A little bit of fighting going on to try and get a triaculate off of the team, but Cullen's a big boy. He'll do what he wants.
Yeah, but they're gonna stop the backs here, and then if they're gonna stop the backs, there's a 2 in left, it's gonna fall, and Ulo's gonna get this down. Frostfire Ninja with a Traverse 2 in the game, and this split push was very effective. Even though they got the portal demon, a tier 2 tower at 70 minutes is worth a ton of gold and a ton of map pressure. And even a red buff on top of that, great play there. Frostfire Ninja just sticking to his team, said, okay guys, you might fight, but I'm just gonna get those tower, get the objectives down, clear all the jungle buffs, and have that huge lead in the next fight.
Yeah, right now we are seeing a slight advantage for Frostfire Ninja over Oswald in 1 level, and right now, each of them have gone for different builds. When you're building Uller, you don't really want to go for that Devo Gauntlet start, mostly because Uller is very dependent on getting that early power, and Transcendence just gives it to you. Right now, Gold Fury being started by Oswald. Oswald getting completely destroyed by Frostfire Ninja. Too much damage coming out from that Hunter. Like we said, that fight, him not being in that fight is going to be such a huge difference in that ADC's play. Ultimate coming out from the Ganesh is just in time to save his jungle. Right now, both Mashi is so low, and also the Poseidon goes down.
Yeah, and also great too. The other soul Fireball Ninja takes down this Poseidon enemy team, and now they can look for Gold Fury because they killed all the Feds, especially this Poseidon with a great secure on the Gold Fury is gone now. This should be an easy one for them, but Busted coming in the low lives on the red team just gonna make them back off. And Minus Fed still looking, maybe he wants to jump over the wall, get some kills, but he's a bit of scared and needs to be careful, so he's not gonna do it. 2k lead, and so far, go for that blue team. Forget, and all the split pushes like really puts them ahead. 2-0-1 on the Yola, level 18. He's gonna be a big force reckon with, and Oswald was feeling that in that last fight because he has completely got one shot at Gold Fury.
Yeah, he was tanking it at that point, and you can't really be careful enough by that Gold Fury. Even though your entire team is there, your support is there, everyone's there for you. Just a little bit of damage from that Uller is just going to be too much, and he's going to have to be a little bit more careful next time, especially if he's the one unleashing the objectives.
Yeah, he is, but now with his fully stacked Devil Gloves, the execution, and started with some crits, this next fight, this next one-on-one will not be as easy for the Yule player who's not crit but goes before pen build.
Right now we see Oswald starting up the Gold Fury, and there's not a whole lot of contention. Thor was up in the sky to keep the enemy away, and the Gold Fury does go down. It's about, now we've gotten to about, a more even kind of gold lead. We're sitting only 500 gold up for Sexy Boys.
Yeah,
Even though the towers are gone, for the, Perfect Crime. Perfect Crime does not have any towers in the dual lane and is missing one in the mid lane. Even with those down, they're bringing it back by taking down that Gold Fury with little contest.
Yeah, they got the portal team earlier, now they got the Gold Fury. They got the tier 1 in mid. So doing good work with objective, and all those towers are still up, so more gold to farm. And being even at that point, it's like you have a really good kind of the map, and that Gold Fury should have been contested. There was like no reason to not contest it. It was just like bad warding and good timing. Just got the Gold Fury really easy. We have a fight right there.
And right now, Cat's popped onto Gamma. Gamma is kind of stuck here. He has to pop the Aegis, but the Soul is there to peel away the Cat. The Shell is also popped, but Gamma will be totally okay.
Totally okay, but he is back in base, and this tower is still really low. They should get that down in the next team fight right here.
Yeah, Wolf taking quite a bit of damage to the Bastet, forced up into the cloud. A little bit of damage being put onto the Capella now that the Hachiman has made the rotation. Hachiman way farther ahead on the rotation than the Uller, but the Kraken is popped onto Wolf. A lot of damage put onto Minor Threat, and Wolf is able to take him down. Oswald also taking down Dr. Spencer. Fireball's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, getting attacked by this Capella, and he is going to be forced away while Thor comes back down, and Oswald is able to get the last hit on a Mumsy. Unfortunate miss there for Frostfire Ninja, takes a lot of his health in damage and gets stunned out by the Cat. Ready to tank the tower though is Fireball Ninja, going into his immunity to try and get this kill. Frostfire tries to fight back, and he does end up taking down, so far, Deathless Soul, and tries to bring it back for his team. Unfortunately though, that's gonna be, a 4-for-1 trade at this point.
Yeah, still going, but Tricolate cannot fight the last hit. Oswald so low, Gamma so low, Wall even more low, but they can fight that. And there's Meshi, still the only one who has any HP left, and he's going to use it to push that tier 1 and right tower down. And so another 1-5 for the red team right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that off the back of Frostfire just not being there in time. Oswald being there way before him had such a huge impact. He put up so much more damage than his direct opponent in that fight. And, you know, once your Hunter gets to that fight, it's going to be such a huge difference in terms of team fighting potential.
But he came to that fight, he really made the plays, he got a lot of damage onto Gamma and other people, but they couldn't finish single kills, and they dove the tower a bit, and it really didn't work out for them. They spread out the fight, and they got everyone down, but they didn't get anyone dead. So it cost them the fight, big return damage there, got recalled, and they came back. Gamma especially coming back into that fight with huge impact, and so they won it outright, and Meshi able to put down the tower. Portal team started now.
Yeah, Portal Demon is being looked at by both teams. Wards are down though, so they've got to clear out that sentry before anything goes down. Right now, Wolf is zoning away Minor Threat. Minor Threat taking about half his HP just from Sun Wukong Code. But he is doing his job. He's zoning away his enemies. Minor Threat now getting very stuck. Grabbing the Geb Shield to be able to get away from that. Triaculate's not going to let them go without a fight though. Triaculate has been such a huge benefit for the front line right now, but cats are popped right now on Oswald. Oswald's gonna have to hop away from that, but Oswald does grab the kill there. Fireball Ninja also having to run away, popping his own ultimate to try and get away from the beast that is Kakulin. Geb right now, aggressing, but not able to do a whole lot on this front line.
Yeah, Kakulin's doing so much work, but it just doesn't pay off because he gets everyone low, but everyone escapes him with like 2 or 5 HP each at a time, and then he's just kicking down, and he just sees team fall down. So Jackley doing a great job at engaging and chasing down the zoning, but there's not enough damage behind him to get those kills right now.
Yeah, right now it's all on this Soul and Hachiman to be able to do all the damage, but right now Frostfire is just getting kept away from his team, getting silenced, popping the beats, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to get stuck between the Thor wall. Geb ults a little bit too late to try and save his friend, but the great Kraken coming out just not doing enough damage here. He's getting attacked by Oswald from the backside. A move you don't really see too often from ADCs, but in that case, you know, it worked.
It worked. It was a great Kraken, but it was a Meshy and Wolb, and both of them are pretty tanky right now. There's 5 seconds on Wolb's Urchin, and there's a full finished Urchin, a bit of magical defense onto Meshy. So Blade's Wolb will not fall to a single Kraken without any pen on that build because Poseidon opted to Book of Toph into a game of isolation, so no pen yet, so not enough damage to take down those tanks. Minotaur falls down too, and so does Musi. Great Ganesha all kicks him in, and another 2 kills got on for the red team.
Yeah, right there. Bastet jumped into a whirlpool, so she was stuck there until the very end of that whirlpool, and Gamma, up in the sky, was able to get her as soon as she came right back down. Right now, Triaculate looking to do something here. He's not willing to give up this Fire Giant for free, but he is getting zoned away by the front line of Perfect Crime, using everything they can to burst down that Fire Giant before Triaculate can do anything about it. Heartseeker popped onto Triaculate, Gamma doing everything he can do, but using the ultimate when Gamma's knock-up immune.
But Oswald chasing down on the horse, trying to get the kill, and he finds it!
Oswald playing a little more frontline than he maybe should be, but right now, Sexy Boys has no answer.
Sexy Boys have no answer for that. On horseback assault out of Oswald, that Fire Giant really gonna cost them. They can look for Phoenix in mid here, or they can take down all the towers. See what's here. They look like they want to have the mid Phoenix, just get the best of the Fire Giant, but defense is built up, so it's like, okay, we're gonna back off here. We have a lot of gold in our pockets. Let's back off, get a few more towers, and then reset and try to fight this.
And right now, Gamma's going to be looking for that speed up as any jungler would, whereas the rest of his team is going to go to that left-hand side, grab the buffs, grab the tower, and probably grab the Gold Fury to get him that much farther ahead. That team is going to be grabbing so much gold if they're able to get that tier 2 tower as well. It looks like Frostfire Ninja wants to defend it, but his team is not on the same page. I wouldn't defend versus a team who has that Emperor's armor as well, so that tower is going to go down, unfortunately, for Sexy Boys. And then I would imagine they're going to go straight for the Gold Fury. There's no reason to push this Phoenix right now. You've got plenty of time on the Fire Giant. There's just enough time to get that Gold Fury, go back to base, and spend all that gold that you've been hiding up in your pockets.
Yeah, if you have gold in hand, it doesn't put you ahead. You have to spend the gold to get there. That's what I want to do. Take the gold Fury, like you said. Looking for get Mumsy here, because Mumsy is completely positioned, gets Tiger stunned, they're going down. Pool comes out, but not able to save them, and now it's just like, either use that man advantage to get there, but they said, okay, we got all this money, we got 3k on Thor, 2k on everyone else, just go back to base, spend that money, finish those builds, and then look to finish the game. And I want to point one thing out. Everyone talks about having Soul in mid and AD carry, and then you get a Fafnir for a good synergy. You need a Fafnir when you have a Hachiman, because he can boost up Soul's attack speed as well. Yeah, and we saw that in towers. He was putting down the flag, and both his attack damage carries just put all the damage on, and towers are melting.
Yeah, absolutely. The dream team, though, if we're going to talk about the dream team, we got a Soul, we got a Hachiman, Fafnir, Amaterasu. All of these characters provide buffs for each other. That would just be the dream, but right now, we're just seeing so much work getting put out from this Hachiman, even though he is playing a little more aggressively than I would have hoped. But you know, it's always fun to hop on your horse and ride straight into your enemies saying, hi!
Hi!
Why?
He does that a lot, but he's actually low in damage shot than Ulis. He's getting a lot of poke in the team fights, but Hachiman is finishing his kills, working with his team bit together, and just pushing it all together. Thorns get popped there, and Tricolate trying to hold his place against two players, but he can't do it any longer. He used to be tanky, but now walks full of the head, looks for Tiger Sun, gets jumped out, but he finds Poseidon instead. Shield, Gem Shield not coming out, but Shell gets popped.
And right now we see the horse getting popped from the Hachiman, getting enough damage onto Dr. Spencer to take him down. Cats are popped, but right now they're only chasing after Gamma, and they're all dead now. Surrender mode has started. The Ganesh ult was popped too. Gamma's getting pretty low, having to tank that tower. The shell is popped, but not a lot on that side. Minor threat having to pop his beats to get away from that, but the fire, the ult is popped from Fireball Ninja to take down Triaculate. Finally, he falls down, even though he was doing so much to try and keep his team in it. Fireball Ninja doing so much damage alongside the buff from Oswald, putting all that on the tower. Gamma's in the sky to keep the rest of the team away as his team takes down Frostfire Ninja and then takes down the Titan.
So we talked a lot about the Busted, and will she be effective? I have to say no, because 152 is now settled. You can look for your jungler, and all Busted brings is damage. She was pretty low on those damage shots. He has no CC, and I feel, especially when you have Poseidon in your mid lane, you want to have something to hold them in those pools, hold them in the Krakens, and some minor slows of Busted will not do that for you. So I already doubt the Busted choice here, and I doubt she's going to be good in that meta. She might be good in some certain picks, and she had some good pressure onto Hachiman early, but didn't work out too well for the team, so maybe that.
Yeah, unfortunately for Sexy Boys, they did not find the same kind of victory in these team fights as Perfect Crime did. Perfect Crime was very together in that they would like understand between each other. They had that synergy that, okay, I'm gonna commit everything in here. I don't care if I die, but please get all of these kills. And then they did, and then on top of that, they would get objectives and they would get towers, and they were able to go off of each other. Whereas this Bastet, when you see a Bastet pick, you're typically thinking, okay, I'm gonna go in there alone and I'm gonna see what I can do. Whereas the rest of the team is kind of all around team play. So it's not necessarily that the Bastet was the biggest detriment here. It was really that they were not playing as a team. The players were not working together, and whether that be because of their picks, that's not for me to say, but I have to give Triaculate a gold star for doing everything that he could. 25,000 player damage. He tried.
He tried very hard. And for the Battle of the Ninjas, Fireball Ninja beats Frostfire Ninja. Good thing we got that covered.
Excellent solo play from Fireball Ninja. He did get very far ahead pretty early on, but that's just soul for you. So congratulations to Perfect Crime. That'll end round 1 for this 5v5 Battle of Asgard. We'll see you soon with the next match.
was already shattered, holding on to what we have. You take us to the edge and back, holding on to what we have. You take us to the edge and back. This love that you never started, you once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered, holding on to what we have. You take us to the edge and back, holding on to what we have. You take us to the edge and back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to round 2 of this week's 5 vs 5 Battle for Asgard. In this game, we've got Armadillo Armada on the Order side. And on the Chaos side, we've got Team Ikor. Right now, we're seeing 2 in the middle lane, 2 in the solo lane. We've got the support in the mid lane with the mid laner, and we've got the jungler in the solo lane with the solo laner. I'm joined by Trouble, and
yeah, and I'm still here. We got 3 people in the mid right now. Also, like, on my screen. But Izanami is backing off and just want to look around if or maybe start mid, because you've seen that strategy where 3 people start mid or Erika start mid. The teams just tended to do just some scouting at the start to see what others can do, react accordingly, and just do their own buffs.
Yeah, right now, a little bit of a lane advantage coming out for the Ganesh and Poseidon, but looks like the Soul and Fafnir are not going to have any problems at all. They're looking to get those mid camps instead of going for the speed buff right away, especially since the jungler is over in the solo lane. That's going to be up to them to do. Unfortunately, not enough pressure in that solo lane for the Armadillo Armada, so they have to be content with getting their own blue buff and then returning to the solo lane. It looks like not Nixon is going to be piloting the Ratatosker solo, whereas we see Cowstalk in a tree on that Kakullan jungle. What do you think the viability of Kakullan jungle is?
Oh, I just love it. He brings so much early fighting. As soon as he gets all this low kill potential onto him, he's able to fight. In jungle, he has a really easy time of managing the rage. So he can go into ganks, having this rage from just on cooldown. Short pause coming in, but
yeah, a little
he just use it, pop off, be brute, and go in. So I actually enjoy him more in seeing him jungle than solo lane. Even though I think solo lane is a bit stronger, but I enjoy him more in the jungle.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. As someone who has Kakullan Diamond, I've played him quite a lot. He is a very fun god to bring to the jungle, especially because he's got that really enjoyable, just like, whenever you gank someone, hit them with the knockup, and then they're just, like, screwed. Like, if you have a soul on your team, hit them with the knockup, hit them with the soul, hit them with the Fafnir hammer, they're just stuck. They can't do anything. Especially if you're using your ultimate into your transform, which you should, by the way, but, yeah, like we were just saying, it's a lot easier to manage that rage in the jungle, so that's going to be a huge benefit for them going into this game.
The awkward thing is sometimes when you go out of a lane fight and it goes even and you go close to your rage and you have to do jungle camp and you can't manage it without wasting all your spells on thin air, so you transform on a back camp and look very stupid. And mostly it works really, really well, and I really like that. But that brawling comp out of Team Ikor, like Osiris and Bellona in the early game, I don't want to fight those two.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are 2 gods in the early game that are just going to be a huge pain to deal with, especially since Armadillo Armada doesn't really have a good way to interrupt that bludgeon. There's going to be a good deal of wave clear coming out from Team Ikor. I also really like the team fight potential coming out of their composition. They've got a great way to box in players to set them up for that Poseidon or Izanami ult. With the recent changes seen to Izanami, she's still really strong despite the nerfs that she received in the past patch. She's got a lot of really good benefits, pretty much that were fixed by her dash. Even just taking away a little bit of that stealth in this past patch, it's still, going to be a very strong pick, and I really approve of it, especially into an Uller. We're going to go into a quick break, try to see what this pause is about, so we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for that quick pause there. Unfortunately, Cow Stuck in a Tree got a little bit stuck in the tree, as they would say. She had a little bit of problems on this patch day, this beautiful 420 day that totally is not
No.
any references there at all. None, zero.
So we couldn't find anything better with Cow Stuck in a Tree than his internet being stuck in a tree. I'm
Well,
disappointed, Lemmy. I'm very disappointed.
he got hit by the tree. He was not just stuck in it. He hit his face on the tree and lost connection.
Well,
Okay.
maybe should be small trees because he's already up again. But so far we got like just easy farming on all lanes, bit of scrambling in the solo lane, but
Brent
no
was
again
not
so far.
viable, Luna. A little bit scared. Yeah, right now we see the jungler for Team Iker in the middle lane. Once more, we see a 3 versus 2 in favor of Iker, but it looks like after that little bit of disconnection, Cow Stuck in a Tree is going to get right back on it. They're going to be sitting there ready to get those fire elementals whenever they do spawn. And over in the dual lane, we do see Netmitchy having a bit of trouble, but that's just to be expected against an Izanami.
Yeah, Tsunami is so obnoxious in the way she clears waves. There's no AD carry can match her right now. Just with those good attacks going through, and then 2 comes through, waves cleared instantly. If you want to fight, you have to fight into a wave, so you mostly use. So she's just so frustrating to play against.
Yeah, especially with the speed of her dash and her ultimate pre-fire time getting decreased. It's just so insane how she's traveled from being the bottom of the pack straight to the top.
She's top deck. I haven't seen a lot of competitive because those players don't seem to value her as much, but in the amateur scene or in the ranked scene, she's a very high valuable pick just because of all the push and other push you get buff invades or ganks or tower dives. So it just works for your team, a lot of pressure, put a lot of frustration set on the enemy team, so you can work with that because the mental aspect of all those games is pretty huge, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in these sort of amateur level games, you don't really see like the need for other picks most times because pressure is going to be really important. Having that one hard carry is a lot more likely to happen in these level games, whereas in pro level games, it's going to be all about that synergy in the jungle with the solo laner and the mid laner as well.
Yeah. And we look at the second Poseidon of the day. A Peaceful Mind rocking that God of the Seas. You can see he got buffed in the last patch because consistently where he has more movement speed and the outside ring of the Kraken hit for a bit more percentage, so his team fight impact is a bit higher. Because not only the single target in the middle will get hit, because all of those who get hit at the outskirts will still take a lot of more damage. So I want to see how he fares in this game if he gets this rotation right. Because if you have more movement in the character, you want to have him moving. If he only sits in mid, it's going, well, it's going in, blink in, and here we go. Also Tree gets a blink in, slow split here. Sol gets able to pick up the kill, and Magmotora is fine there in mid. 1-0 for the middle Armada.
Yeah, Peaceful Mind just not ready for that rotation. I don't think that they recognize that the Kakulin did have blink. Not a lot of vision on that left-hand side either. Fafnir right now trying to see if he can poke out one of those oracles. His ADC has finally arrived. He was able to pick up both of them. The hammer was good on a Shutter Mage. However, right now Shutter Mage is level 8, and strangely enough, the Mage is in the dual lane, which may be a little confusing to most viewers at home, but just gotta clarify that. The Mage... His name is Mage. He's in the dual lane. He is the ADC here.
He's not maging around too much. That was actually beautiful played by the dual lane of the middle Armada. Oh, his stun comes in out of Netmitchy, but here we see the quick dash of Izanami. And Fafnir was able to manage to hit the stun exactly on that moment when Ula finished up the oracles. There was no contestation of the Shutter Mage, and those oracles get over to the side of our middle Armada. So really well played at that point. Even though I think I misjudged that because it seems like there's no wallet, so it's a split 1-1.
Yeah, at this point, we are seeing a bit of a lead coming out for Armadillo Armada. About a 1k lead, not too much, but they are showing their superior farming skills at this point. Not Nixon putting a bit of damage on Shigtaro over in that solo lane, but he's just gonna back up. That little Ratatoskir's gotta go fetch some items from the base. His acorn's all finished now.
Yeah, I got some items below her. Even though she took some damage, she has a death toll. And she's gonna resuscitate the next wave. Get his hammer out, gets few hits down, and she's be full life again and happily farming. thereafter.
Shutter Mage over in the dual lane though, getting stunned out by Soul, and then Matt Mitchie not having the beats because Matt Mitchie had gotten before, so very close to dying there. The ultimate did come out just in time though to save her, and she is going to be good for the next while. However, Soul and Matt Mitchie may go back there again to try and slay that ADC who's gotten so much farm.
Yeah, beats down and all down, so all the defense out of Izanami is gone. Just try to get her again, just move Soul over, even move the Soul over. Oh, let's get your jungler down going to that. So, I want to see a repeat gank here, but since so much pressure right now is on the right side of the map, AD carries can mostly get away with not having beats up anymore unless there's a solo kill potential.
A lot of commitment onto Not Nixon from Shingtaro, but going back in is Not Nixon right behind Cow stuck in a tree. Shell was popped, and Mike is able to get there to seal away that last hit.
Yeah, great play by Nixon. He knew he had the shell up, so he could jump in, get the knockoff, and then pop the shell, not being one-shot immediately, and he had to back off his team, and so just grab that easy kill. 2-0 for the middle Armada. Looking really good here against Iker.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of good synergy coming out from their team. We saw it in that mid lane for that first blood. Cow able to blink in there and get that kill. So we can really see who the more disciplined team is right now.
Yeah, this is just experience. We have seen at least 4 of those guys playing in our tournaments week by week by week, so they have the comms, they know each other, they can play together, and they're making work and showing it up. Even though I think we never saw Kawasaki Tree and Matt Mitchie on the same roster because it was normally juggling. But right now it's working out, and Matt Mitchie looking pretty good at AD carry.
Yeah, these players have been together for a long time. They originally were the Armadillo Armada. I don't know if it was this exact roster, but they played together in combines. They've done several tournaments together, so these people do have a lot of synergy. Not Nixon right now over in that solo lane, trying to be a little aggressive on that wave. He did miss a stun, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Getting away from that bludgeon. Right now, we also see the Kakalan rotating to the mid lane, just grabbing up some farm, seeing what he can do. Right now, we see the Osiris also going to that dual lane, but backing off, deciding there are probably a lot of wards around here. Don't think that we can do anything.
Yeah, not Nixon wanted to do what he did beforehand and just wait for those gremlins to respawn. Well, this time Tigger was ready for that, rotated 4 people over and just confirmed those well-built gremlins.
A little bit of contest in the mid lane, but everyone's just gonna back off for a little bit, see what they can do. Ratatosk is also gonna return to the base next to Mike Martore, and a little bit of pressure going over to that duo hand side. They're very aware that there is a high ward on Matt Mitchie's side, but it looks like they just want those back camps. Don't really want to actually commit to the fight on that Uller. The Uller still does have his beads up, so he will be okay. He hasn't really gone into the Devo Gauntlets yet. Izanami has already gotten Devo Gauntlets online. Cow stuck in a tree is right there having the blink, ready to go. And Matt Mitchie, unfortunately, was not ready. Jumps into the silence. Transform is good for Cow, and Matt Mitchie gets the last hit onto Shutter Mage.
Yeah, gets it down, and they burned the beads beforehand on that Izanami. And now it's like, burn the beads, get a repeat gank. Kawasaki jumps in, uses his ultimate, uses his blink, and just gets the kill easily. And Mitchie do a great job against Izanami, which is such a problem AD carry right now.
Yeah, I've got to say, that just comes down to rotations from his team to support him there. Like, we've seen a lot of times where Armadillo Armada has sent multiple members to that dual lane, knowing that the Izanami is going to be pushed up because she typically does have pressure against an Uller. So them being intelligent enough to send those people over, but unfortunately Team Iker not having the response to that by helping and sending more people over there to fight with them.
Yeah, it's kind of rough mode. I'm struggling a bit with my stasis mode right here because those players opted to go to low delay spectator mode, which is kind of hard if you're from Europe. So, keep it going. We're just gonna switch to a quick break and try to figure that out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, Troublegum was having a bit of issues with his spectator, so right now joining me is Jithins.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Sorry for the terrible cast incoming, but we do see a little bit of aggression on the left side, where Armadillo is just like, alright, let's group up, let's see what damage we can do.
Yeah, right now, the Gold Fury is going to be pulled by Mike and Matt, but they want to jump in right now. The ultimate coming out from both Soul, Cow stuck in a tree, and the Mike Mortori trying to fight back after their support goes down. It's Shuttermage. Shuttermage able to take down Soul, and that's Soul, the person, not the character. So Matt Mitchie trying to do some work, trying to put down Shuttermage. He does miss the stun there. Unfortunately, the blink in from the Cullen is able to take down Declan Ravelli, the Osiris.
Yeah.
So right now we do see the trade. That's a 3-for-1, so I would be happy if I was Soul any day of the week.
Yeah, and backside, we're going to see Cow stuck in a tree kind of fighting Shuttermage, but Armadillo is going to be able to secure that Gold Fury. Now they're going to try and chase off Shigtaro, but Shigtaro 3v1, I don't think he can stand here for long. He's just taking a beating, but Sprint popped, he's going to try and run away, but that is going to help out and just disband the fight.
Yeah, right now Nixon taking a little bit of aggressive pathing to try and clear up that wave. We do see Shigtaro, the Soul Laner, with the speed buff. Not sure why that is. He probably was there in time to get that speed buff, whereas the Osiris is already in the fight, but Osiris going down, I guess it's more useful to have the speed buff on an ally who's alive than an ally who's dead, so that's just gonna be the way it is.
For sure. There's not much to say other than we're going to see Ratatasker aggress just a little bit, but it's just not Nixon is just trying to do a lot more work than he possibly can. He is 0-2, so he hasn't even been able to secure any kills, so he is trying to get those solo kills. Shigtaro is just going to be able to bash him, just do a lot of damage. Kukan gonna come in, a great knockup, and Shigtaro gets stunned. Shigtaro in an awkward position, great ultimate coming out, stuns both of them, and now he's still kind of in an awkward position where he is probably going to end up falling here.
Oh, but the bludgeon very close and does take down not Nixon. The thorns were good enough to put him down, but it was not enough for not Nixon to stay alive there. Unfortunately, committing a little bit too hard. Cow stuck in a tree could have surely gotten that kill. The rest of Team Ichor and Armadillo Armada have arrived, though. It looks like they might look to aggress. Ultimate has been popped from the Ganesh, but Fafnir hops in. On the other side of the map, we see Matt Mitchie taking down Shuttermage soloed, I might say.
And on the right side, we're going to see Osiris jump right back in. He's going to try and just kind of run away, but the Armadillo Armada able to just secure another kill onto Ganesh. And now that tier 1 tower on right side doesn't look too hot.
Yeah, unfortunately though, they are going to back up from that tower. We see Cal a little bit too low, so maybe they're just going to go for the Portal Demon. Soul is about to undragon here, so they want to get as much damage as possible while they still have that dragon form there. Soul, a very good source of damage onto this objective. Osiris is almost there to try and contest, but not close enough. Portal Demon goes to Armadillo Armada.
Yeah, they're doing phenomenal right now. If you just look at the graphs, we have 6,000 gold lead and almost 7,000 XP lead. So they have been just winning these small fights, just back to back, and even it's 10-2. They're just doing really well. And on the top side, we're gonna see Ratatasker kind of ult and trying to make his way in. Ultimate does come down onto Osiris, gonna be able to get a stun. He's gonna fall, but or not. Nope, Matt Mitchie is gonna secure that kill onto Diggler. And speed buff and Bellona not gonna be much effort either.
Ganesh ult is popped to try and slow down the rest of Armadillo Armada, but Matt Mitchie able to take down Shigtaro. Pool is down to try and slow down the enemy team, but a great ultimate coming out of the Izanami slows down a lot of the team, but Kai Guy caught out by Matt Mitchie as well, but right now all of Armadillo Armada, other than Soul, is so low right now. Soul goes to pick up that speed buff while everyone else regroups in the mid lane.
Yeah, Poseidon ultimate does fall down. Matt Mitchie using his Aegis to kind of stop that, and Shuttermage out of position, he's going to be able to just slide by, and he's going to be able to escape. That was a sticky situation for Izzy.
Yeah, at this point, we see Matt Mitchie doing phenomenally. He's 5-0-3 on that ruler, 2 levels ahead of his direct opposition, and pretty much everyone is ahead when it comes to Armadillo Armada, but it's just the amount that he himself is ahead at this very point in time is actually crazy. He's got a full Executioner online, whereas the Izanami isn't even finished with that. Not only that, but he is starting up the crit right now, going for that, probably a Wind Demon or a Poison Star, using that Shuriken tree pretty wisely, especially since it's gotten so very good in this past couple of patches.
So what I'm hearing is he is going to do a lot more damage starting that crit item, and it's definitely gonna hurt. It's something, you know, I enjoy building. Crit, penetration, just chunks of tanks. It's really great for objective destroying as well, especially with the pen. But in the mid, we're just gonna see slight aggression coming out, but Team Ichor is just gonna back away.
Yeah, right now, looking in a bad position is Team Ichor, especially since their two warriors are barely done any defense items. Right now, we only see the Gladiator shield for the Osiris. Osiris is so far behind at this point. If we take a look at the net worth right now, he's at the bottom of that right next to the Poseidon. A little bit of aggression on this left-hand side onto Shutter Mage. Shutter Mage looking very stuck right now, having to pop that Aegis, but very likely dead. A good combination coming out from the Poseidon and Ganesh ults, but it's not going to be enough to do any damage to their opponents. Declan is very stuck, but he does commit back in, trying to get enough damage to the Map Mission to kill him, but not enough because Soul is there to secure it. And by Soul, I mean the person again on the Fafnir. Soul with a double kill right now, jumping in as that dragon. Cow also gets Kaigai on this right-hand side. We do see a little bit of contention between Shig Taro and Nixon. Not Nixon, a little low, but he has Reditusker. He'll be okay. He still has his ultimate if he's really in trouble, but it looks like he's going to just heal up from those camps, put a little bit of a stun onto Shig, and they're going to be aggressing on this left-hand side. The Frenzy has been popped, so Shig out of position there.
Yeah, I mean, he knew that he was gonna... Well, he knew he was gonna try and secure that kill onto Ratatasker, but little did you know, Ratatasker had his ult and had that stun, and he was gonna be able to just get away. And that Gold Fury is gonna be started up by Armadillo Armada, and this should be an easy secure, just because no one else is around. If they do try, they'll probably get killed again, because that's how strong these guys are right now. Ratatasker ulting over to the red buff just to secure it. Thoughts?
Well, right now we do see that just getting all of those structures on that left-hand side really boosted up Armadillo Armada. We just talked not even a couple minutes ago about how Armadillo Armada was 7,000 gold or whatnot, and right now they're 13,000 gold and 15,000 experience up. That's just a crazy jump that they've just had from taking down all of those structures, and unfortunately that's what happens at this stage, especially when you're going against a team like Armadillo Armada have drafted that's so strong in terms of pushing down objectives. They've got the Fafnir, they've got the Ulu, they've got the Soul, all of these gods so good at pushing.
Yeah, and what we keep seeing from Solo's side is Shigtaro is still aggressing onto Ratatasker. It's just been clear that Ratatasker has been winning against it, but they're just... Ratatasker is going to be able to just aggress and get that tier kill every time. Meanwhile, in mid, they're just going to aggress, get that tier 1. They're not going to look to push tier 2 as the the portal demon is going to be coming up soon, and that is going to be a helpful secure.
Unfortunately, both stuns from Armadillo Armada do miss. Everyone's going to be grouping up around this portal demon that's just spawning right now. They don't want to commit too hard to this, knowing that Shig has his ultimate. Also, Ganesh is there, and so is Cyrus. Shig ults in, and the portal demon ends up going to Team Ichor. A lot of ultimates are popped right now, trying to find some sort of revenge in terms of kills or something. They did not want to lose that portal demon, but were not prepared, and their objective play really showed their weakness there. But Mike able to take down Shig, and not Nixon jumping on a Kaigai, not up in the air, going right back down on that Osiris. He's only level 12. He's gonna probably die here. He's not in a very good position. Cow gets the kill.
Yeah, Team Ichor had a fantastic portal demon steal, but they were not able to follow up anything else with it. They just did not have the damage, and Armadillo Armada is like, oh, well, they stole it. We can't really do much other than fight them now, so let's fight them. And they realized, oh, look, we won. And they're gonna do the Fire Giant with the portal demon being open to Team Ichor.
Well, what's Team Ichor gonna do? They've got their left-hand side. Phoenix is down. They've only got 3 members up. Their ultimates are still coming back up. They don't have a lot of point of contention. Even if they did hop in there, they'd probably just get turned on and killed. So I have to appreciate the call there from Armadillo Armada to go for that Fire Giant, but it was relatively safe on their behalf.
Oh yeah, and there was that slight chance that, alright, let's just take the portal and just throw an ult and steal. There was that slight chance, but it was too risky even for Team Ichor to do so. And they could just rush to the Titan and just kill it. But we're gonna try and see Armadillo try and group up back again. I'm hoping they group up back in mid just so they can get that tier 2 and just push for that Phoenix. That is definitely gonna help them out a lot. And red buff is gonna be stolen again.
Yeah, at this point, Team Ichor is letting so out of control. Like we said before, 15,000 gold, 16,000 experience. I don't even know if it's going to be possible for them to fight back into this. Right now we see Matt Mitchie doing so much damage. He is going to be very close to the top there, right behind Mike. But like I said, these two just shred towers. When you've got a Fafnir and a Soul on your side, towers just basically don't exist.
Yeah, and then meanwhile in the mid, we're going to see a Poseidon ultimate come out. Not going to do much as it was just expended ultimate. And now they're going to try and just take this mid Phoenix.
Plus the Emperor's armor on Soul's behalf. I mean, all of this together is just leading up to a huge aggression right here. Two people fall on the side of Team Icar, and this honestly could be an end. I wouldn't be surprised. They still have 4 ultimates, and by 4 I mean 3 because Ullr doesn't have an ultimate. But a lot of damage, and the Frenzy is popped as well as the Soul, and right now so much damage onto the Titan. Soul ending up getting that Fafnir, and also the Titan. The game's over, guys.
What?
23-2.
What a game! Armadillo Armada just went ham that game. They were like, okay, we died. All right, cool. 2 deaths. That's all they had. And once they saw a snowball opportunity, they took it and they just went right in.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of experience difference really shows here. Like we said before, these players have played together for a long time. They have participated in multiple tournaments, and it really shows. Even though the team didn't really show, I guess, their most perfect, beautiful, shining faces, they didn't go without losing a kill, you know? So, of course, you know, you've got to say there's still work to be done, but altogether, great work by Armadillo Armada. I've gotta give it to Matt Mitchie there, doing so much damage and eventually getting on top of Mike there. So yeah, great job from the ADC fighting into a relatively losing matchup. So you've got to appreciate that.
Yeah, and you gotta appreciate what Shuttermage did to just kind of keep Matt Mitchie behind in the starting of the game where, alright, let's just clear lane, let's just push Matt Mitchie behind. And I think he did a pretty good job of doing that in Team Icar. But with that, we're going to go to a break. We're going to try and bring you the finals next. As soon as the other semifinals is over, we'll be right back. Should I just tag that there? Casting is terrible. Yeah. We're just gonna have the fun. That's all. Perfect Harmony wins because I don't want to cast 2 Armadillo teams. Jabber's team. Armadillo roll. We're just Armadillo. I might be blind. I still can't find it. Oh, I found it. Sorry, I thought we were talking about the old gold piece. Oh, yeah. What? It was because, like, there was this entire thing about, like, oh, well, Nox's team, like, one of her taunts where, like, she just grabs her boobs and just drops it down. No, that was an actual Nox taunt, and they had to remove that. Oh no, people were pissed. They were pissed. I don't know why. Do you have a voice chat? Oh, don't worry about it for right now. I'm just gonna do something else with it. I'm gonna redo that. Yeah, don't worry. What? Yeah, well, I didn't have everyone submitted, so I was like, you know. Well, few people did, not everyone. Painting. Alright, we're gonna have Perfect Crime versus Armadillo Armada. Armadillo Armada on left and side. Let me know when you guys are queued. Queue on out. What's his name? Yes.
Hello and welcome back to the finals of this week's 5 vs 5 Battle for Asgard tournament. We've got Armadillo Armada on the Order side and Perfect Crime on the Chaos side. We saw both these teams in earlier matchups. Armadillo in the last one definitely dominated Team Icar, but what do you think about Perfect Crime's matchup versus Sexy Boys?
Well, for me, it's just like they have Poseidon, they're gonna lose because Poseidon didn't fetch a single win this evening. So continue that trend, they're gonna lose just because of Poseidon. Good push there on the next. Gamma's gonna reload, has to pop the shell early.
Over on this solo hand side, we see a little bit of aggression on the Gamma. Gamma right now does have a good deal of pressure going into this lane because he does get a bit of healing because he has that Death Toll, but Nunexon unfortunately misses the dash there. So they're going to have to deal with a little poke that they can get on the Gamma. Gamma 2-man stun! Excellent poke there from Wolf. The shell is forced out from Cow and Nixon there.
Yeah, it's both shells are down really early. So basically strive away from fighting right now, but they're fighting for the speed buff right now. I look to get it. Solo's there, 3-1. And there's Gamma and Wolf Solo right here, looking for it, and good stun again in counter tree, and speed buff gets picked up by the blue team, by the team of Armadillo Armada.
Wolf in a lot of trouble here, getting surrounded by team, especially since Cow is transformed here. Mike able to get first blood to push on to by knock Nixon, get Solo the first, not the first blood, sorry, the second blood. And right now, Armadillo Armada getting a great early lead. On this duo hand side, though, we see Oswald soloing Matt Mitchie.
Yeah, it's a
Unfortunate.
Yeah, really unfortunate world that actually Kawasaki Tree pushed out the last kill out of the Soul 2, so Fafnir could pick it up. So good work to get the kill to support and not the mid lane. That's how things are supposed to be done, I guess.
Well, at this point, I wouldn't be too mad if I was Armadillo Armada. You just invaded both the enemy's buffs and got 2 kills. Unfortunately, you lost your ADC, but it's not the worst thing that could happen, I guess.
Yeah, and especially having Herc on your team, you want your Herc to be as fat as possible in the early game. Because as soon as you get to this state where it's like unkillable for a long time, it's going to be really trouble for the team of Perfect Crime. And this Herc so far, having 2-level advantage against this direct lane opponent, looks really good.
Yeah, I would say so as well. And right now, Cal and Not Nixon going back to their own buffs to secure those. Unfortunately, Gamma and Wolf not able to go and get their try and contest his buffs. Excuse me. So they just want to get as much lane pressure as possible to try and fight into these guys who have just gotten a huge lead off of those kills.
Yeah, but Not Nixon picked up the enemy's B buff, so he cannot pick up a blue buff right now. And Herc with a blue buff is really annoying to play. So he has to back now. To get that blue buff, he could have stayed to lane. Typical form gets 5 early, clear wave, get a 3 back. And now he's back a bit early, but he has his speed to get back to lane really quickly, so it's good. But I really like to have a blue buff on him, not a speed buff.
Yeah, Fireball Ninja pretty low right now. He's gonna be pretty much okay though. He's got the Ganesh by his side. Unfortunately, he's gonna have to deal with the shenanigans coming out of the Blink Cullen again. So whether or not Perfect Crime is watching the game that Armadillo Armada just played is gonna be a testament to how well that they're going to deal with this Blink Cullen.
Yeah, Kakula is close to transform, so he's really able to run now. But Poseidon carefully backed, so Grim is gonna go to Armadillo Armada uncontested, I guess. Yep, there we go. Osiris backing out. Well, does not want to have anything to do with that. Just want to keep suddenly get back into the game and should farm up. He's 2 levels behind right now. That Herc has ultimate, so if a pull push into ult can kill Wolb right here, so be really careful in that lane.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to see an Osiris get behind, but at the same time, you also don't want to see a Hercules get behind. So I guess Hercules does much better from ahead than an Osiris would, but if Osiris is able to get a clutch ultimate onto Hercules, then it could be a totally different story.
Yeah, it could be, but it's kind of hard to hit sometimes, and if you like time things right, we go look for another speed of invade right here, puts the damage into Gamma, and look for that. Big rotations, 4PO red team, Perfect Crime is correct, people want to give it up, and here comes a push.
Ultimate coming out from Gamma to try and zone away the enemy right now. Mashi is gonna have to pop that shell, and the ultimate comes out from Soul as well. Right now, Cal jumps in, gets that ultimate, and is able to take down the support and Fireball Ninja for the double kill.
Yeah, looks pretty good. The speed buff goes away of Amir Marauder, and they're just taking the lead and putting it into the enemy face. It looks really good. Look for this red blue as well. Wolf has to back off, trying to get out there, but he's really low. He's level 4. He has no mana at all. Gets pushed to his own tower, so he can't finish a kill. Knocked Nixon there on the save, but Chaos like, no, he's gonna use it and jump in and get the kill still.
Yeah, and that blue buff is gonna still be up on the side of Perfect Crime, so Armadillo wants to go and get it right now, even though Not Nixon is relatively low. A blue buff on a Hercules, as you said, is so important and annoying.
Yeah, this is a danger factors for your own team, because he has the ability, just like Anher, just to save the enemy. Have a good push, and he did that to Wall, but good dive there. And if you 2 warriors in your team, diving is not an issue right now, even at the early stages, because they naturally get so tanky. And this one gets Colin, counts like a tree, 3-0 and 2 in 5 minutes. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, you normally don't even see a 2k lead going into 10 minutes, but right now, we're just sitting at that 2k mark at 5 minutes in. Almost 3k XP, so yeah, like you said, it's gonna be a slippery slope for Perfect Crime to try and get back into this game. They've got to be so careful, and hopefully depend on Oswald to get another solo kill on that side of the map.
Yeah, because so far, Wolf is so far behind right now. He will not get any buffs. He cannot contest anything. He might lose his tower really quickly, because he's like 3 levels behind. 2 right now. That was 3 levels behind actually. And so they have to bang on Oswald getting solo. Yes, has 2 levels.
Gamma jumps in near the mid lane, but Mike is right there to try and contest. Ultimate was used by Gamma, so it looks like he's just gonna have to back off, see what he can do in the dueling. The Oracles have gone the way of Perfect Crime, so they've really got to be careful about this pressure in the dueling. They've got to do everything that they can to keep Matt in check.
Yeah, keep him in check, but there's a lot more members on that team, and they're all kind of good right now. And Poseidon is another character who does not really work well from behind. He's a good pressure guard, he's really good burst. If you get the head, he gets rotations in. But from behind, he's really hard to play. If you don't get the damage online early, his crackers will not hurt anyone, even though they get buffed. So, yeah, really all things like they have to fix things in mid and fix things in solo. And that's kind of hard to do. So only one lane falling behind is kind of fine to handle, but two lanes falling behind because all the jungle farm gets stripped away. A really rough spot for the team of Perfect Crime right now. See if they come back.
Hopefully we'll see them come back and that this won't be a stop. But at this point, we've got such great control coming out of Armadillo Armada. It's going to be really dependent on if they're going to be able to manage to get their speed buff back or not. I hope that they rotate 4 members onto this next speed buff that's going to be coming up. And it looks like they will. But it's going to be all about if this speed buff continues to go the way of Armadillo Armada or if they're finally going to be able to fight back.
Yeah, and Armadillo Armada perfectly timed the back, so now with all the money spent, go to that fight. We know there was a fight, there's a whole rotation, they wanted to fight. Here we go now. Big Kraken comes out. Not Nixon just dies immediately.
Yeah, Not Nixon bursted down there by the Ganesh ult. Right now, Gamma's up in the sky to try and protect his Guardian, but his Guardian does fall down there. Right now, Wolf's in a bit of trouble as well. Gamma is trying to look to try and peel away his enemy. Soul has already popped the ultimate, but Oswald making the rotation has done so much work just with that ultimate alone, and the bounce took so much on the mic that it made him die.
Yeah, and I really love the rotation. Big dive under the T2 tower, but Wolf seems to be fine, and here's Oswald looking for a kill on Constant Tree. He's stuck between 2 towers. Ricochet gets missed, 2 more hits. Gets the blink out, gets damage out. Can he get out? Nope. Tower shot comes in, and he falls to Oswald. Oswald, I really love that. Like, so many times we see our AD carries having those huge leads, but all they do is use them to clear waves. But also said, no, my team needs help right now. I'm the biggest player on the team here. I have to make rotation, I have to save the day, and he did that. He bought some time for Wolf to get back in the game. He used some time to get Fireball Ninja in the back in the game. So Oswald's over player of the game right there, but Wolf dies again solo this time to not Nixon.
Yeah, that's just gonna be such a shame there, especially since Oswald, that's his name. Oswald just did so much work on that side to get, like you said, get Wolf back in that game, but Wolf now being dead, nobody's on that side of the map. It looks like now Nixon's gonna get that tower for free. Another good chunk of gold is gonna go the way of Armadillo Armada. Right now they're 2.5k ahead, but when that tower goes down, it's gonna be almost 3k, and that's gonna be huge, especially since it's not even 10 minutes yet.
Yeah, it's 3k lead at 10 minutes. This nearly needs like an item finish early, and those item spikes are so huge. So the next people get like every people wait if they're gonna fight 4-on-4 again and again and again, it will get harder again and again and again. And if Oswald keeps making those rotations, as soon as Rama gets lifesteal online, he can just start soloing Gold Furies and threaten towers. So Oswald cannot afford rotation unless they are really, really successful. This is gonna be hard right now. Lubov gets stolen away again, and looking to a hard game for Perfect Prime here.
Yeah, Wolf had to expend his ultimate there to get away, and he didn't even get his own blue buff, so right now we do see Oswald making the rotation, a good push onto Mashi, but Mashi knocks up Not Nixon, getting tethered right there, but he's just gonna walk away from that. In the middle lane, however, Mike Mertore is getting committed on by Oswald, another kill for the ADC of Perfect Crime. Where the solo lane is failing, the ADC is picking it right back up, and it's great to see that both teams are totally aware of their strengths.
Yeah, and Oswald making them known, and now they know what they can do if they have an AD carry who has finished Devos, never Poseidon to finish their objective. Easy, quick Gold Fury going down there, and Perfect Crime getting close to being back into this game.
Yeah, absolutely. That excellent rotation from Oswald made it so much easier for him to be able to pressure onto that objective. Nobody was really aware of it going on, especially since Soul was killed there.
Yeah. But even though we're not aware of what's going on, but there are wards around them, it's like, okay, we cannot contest this right now. We cannot contest into the Kraken, we cannot fight into Oswald right now, because if Matt Mitchie would have walked up there, there was like, okay, lead a Gold Fury right here, just kill this guy, and then there's a Gold Fury again. So there was no options, and there was an early game Gold Fury, so like way less worth than late game Gold Furies. It's like, okay, fine, have it, there you go, don't waste more time on it. And I think it was a good call.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen the Rom walk up there and try and ult it, though. I feel like if he had been in just the right spot at just the right time, then he would have maybe been able to steal it away. It looks like for the first time this game, Perfect Crime's gonna get their own speed buff.
Yeah, look really good. Armadillo Armada not even able to have the time to back this time. They needed 4 people there, they couldn't get that. And so, Info was over, and Gamma really happy having that on his own.
Cow stuck in a tree in a bit of a pickle there, able to use the ultimate to get away, but right now in the sky is Gamma, going down onto Not Nixon, trying to get enough damage onto him to try and commit. And right now, well, unfortunately uses the ultimate a little too late, so Not Nixon does get the heal off. But the shell was popped on behalf of Perfect Crime, so they are sitting right now in a slightly bad position, especially since that tower has barely any HP.
Yeah, and they cannot focus on Nixon right now. He has that healer, man. Unless they're really communicating with Wolf and getting him to get him to ult in early, which he can't do because he's so squishy right now. He has no items finished. Not Nixon is not the target for the team right now. Find someone else. Find the soul. Even find Cossack in a tree. Or look to get some more pressure onto. And Mitchie, just leave that Herc alone because you cannot stop him right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, there a mistimed ultimate from Mike trying to interrupt that dash, but the dash from Mashi able to get him out of that soul ult. So another ultimate down, a little bit of a mistime, miscommunication, whatever it might be. But if you take a look at the wards around the mid lane, you see that there are 3 sentry wards on the side of Armadillo Armada surrounding that point, and that's going to be really key because they're going to know exactly where the enemy is at all times. They're winning the ward battle right now.
Yeah, that's what you do. If you're ahead, invest some of this money into wards, get some sentries down, secure buffers. Do not make your enemy feel safe at any point in the jungle. Make the enemy jungle your jungle.
Yeah, exactly. And that's precisely what they're doing. Not Nixon receiving another blue buff from the enemy jungle. So that's probably been every single blue buff this game that's gone his way.
Yeah. You can pick up the first one, but he should be still happy right now. And Hug always loves a point of the game, and he should have a lot of money. Gets aggressed by Gamma and not Nixon, but he's and Wolf. He's gonna fight back. Gets stunned out. He didn't really care. He has his heals. He's fine. He walks his tower. Didn't even take any damage. Didn't look like they even fought him. As I said, do not fight not Nixon right now. Find another target.
Right now, however, they are looking onto this dual lane side. Oswald was pushed up very hard onto Matt Mitchie, but unfortunately, the rotation from Cal was just not good enough. He was able to jump away there using his leap and then go straight to the red buff and pick it up.
Yeah, and we look another Poseidon in another game. We just go for tough isolation again. Well, if they actually want to try to kill Nixon, Divine Win would be the call here. Anti-heal or some early pen just to get this Poseidon on board and let him deal some damage. Because again, it's really expensive and it will not take him. Ooh, Oswald again with a solo kill. Oswald is shining over the ground. My point is, just get the Poseidon on, get him rotating. But if he builds Generalizes, a really expensive item, so it's gonna be delay his build by quite a lot, and we're not giving him a damage spike, and they need a damage spike right now to fight back.
Yeah,
unless
right
he uses
now.
Oswald.
Right now, Oswald is a shining hope, but on this right-hand side, we see Gamma commit the ultimate onto both Cal and Not Nixon, putting that pen shred right there and doing as much as they can. Not Nixon getting knocked up by the Poseidon Kraken, but Gamma in a bit of trouble. Shell is popped, trying to save, but Oswald takes down Mike on the left-hand side. Meanwhile, Not Nixon takes down Gamma.
Yeah, I told you they had to find another target, and they couldn't find it, but Oswald doing a great job, soloing 2 players in a row, and take his grand prize of a tier 2 tower pretty soon. Well, even though Matt Mitchie is coming up, he might to defend it, but he will be too late. Oswald can finish that and probably escape.
And it looks like Oswald's just going to be just fine. He is not going to go for that purple buff that just spawned, but he is going to look towards those oracles, which the Gold Fury is coming right back up. Over on the right-hand side, though, we see a little bit of fighting going around by the speed buff. The speed buff, it appears to have been secured by Armadillo Armada, but nobody has picked it up.
Yeah, all comes out of Rama, looking for you, but he's just jumping on that tower and he's gonna be safe. Get to each out of Rama, so next gang's gonna come in, but here comes the gang, Soul jumps in, and they... Oh, that's so unfortunate!
Yeah, that hitbox for Fafnir's jump is a little wonky sometimes, so unfortunately jumped right over him and did not have enough time to turn around and shoot that auto attack. It looks like the oracles are going to be going the way of Armadillo Armada, but at this point, I don't know if you're going to be able to stop Oswald. The goal lead is pretty much even once more. Right now, Matt Mitchie is starting up the Gold Fury with 4 members of his team, but not Nixon on the other side of the map. Right behind them also is Gamma. They've got to be so careful that this Ratatosk here doesn't just blow them up.
Yeah, we're talking blowing up. Oswald blows up Counter-Strike and Armadillo Armada has to run right now because Oswald is so massive. Fully stacked Devos, Executioner, looking for Quinces. He's gonna just melt this whole team of them, and even though Not Nixon is really ahead, I would put my bets right here onto Oswald. He's performing so good, rotating so good. He basically outright won his lane Was
Oh,
saying
yeah.
he killed his enemy twice in a solo kill, then kills him with mid lane to try to help out, and then he got 2 towers. So if the enemy player said, okay, I won my lane, Oswald won his lane. At that point. So
Yeah.
really well played.
The better question here is, who's going to matter more, the Fed Hercules or the Fed Hou Yi? I'm gonna put my bet on the Hou Yi though, because right now my man's 2 levels ahead with 7 kills, and he's nearly finished Chin size, which is gonna be such a huge advantage here. And they're gonna be doing the Gold Fury while Armadillo Armada is doing the Portal Demon. And weird trade.
So slow. That was the slowest portal of all time. It's still going on. Now they get it. That was nearly a steal chance for Gamma right there. That was a pretty slow portal team. And we're gonna see if that Herc goes back to base, how much he can buy. And he has to pick up a Thorns here, but Thorns got nerfed last patch. It's not effective anymore, so he cannot stop the also alone. And Oswald really close to finishing his he finished the Princess and picked up 2 parts of a Discus bow. So is Hou Yi is out of control. And I don't see, I mean, you have warriors, but right now you want an assassin. You want someone to jump onto him and one-shot him. That's the only chance to grow that AD carry, because if you let him free cast or give him some time to stun you and shoot any target, his target will drop.
Yeah, for sure. And just to touch on what happened earlier, I'm not entirely sure why Armadillo Armada would go for the Portal Demon, because if they wanted to stay in this game, they've got to keep up with the gold. So on this right-hand side, we see Fireball Ninja getting hit by that solo ultimate, so he is going to have to try and get away as soon as possible. Cow stuck in a tree, putting a lot of damage in, but Fireball Ninja able to take out Cow, not Nixon though, hitting him with the boulder there. So Fireball will fall. Mashy seems to be the next target. Mike needs to hit one more auto, and he does, so falling down right there is Mashy. Not Nixon still trying to put some damage onto Gamma, but Wolf is there to protect his not his ADC, excuse me, his jungler. And the speed buff will go his way.
Yeah. And this time, no Oswald around to save the day. He was back in left lane. He was backing, and now they're trying to put that Herc in front. He bought a full Mantle of Discord. I'm not sure how I think about that. Not gonna help against any AD carry because they don't care about that stun, because they're not gonna be close enough to you. But good tower tech there. They use a really strong Herc just to put him in front line, make him take a tower, just take it over to objectives, because they need money on more players right now. They need money on Matt Mitchie, Counterstreak, and Mike Motoro, so they can do something against Oswald. Because as soon as Oswald falls, Perfect Crime is done for the team fight.
Yeah, the biggest concern I have for Perfect Crime is whether or not they have the front line to support Mad Midgie. Not Nixon having to pop his thorns, but getting completely shredded by Oswald, and Oswald with number 8 on the board.
Easy, so much damage. You can look at the damage charts here, and we see he's like even 2k up on the Hercules. He was team fighting all game, but also was rather solo killing. So this damage is just insane. Takes the tower really easily, and then look for tier 2 here. And this push looks insane. And they might have the front line. They have no Cyrus peeling for him. They have Rataska shredding armor for him. They have Poseidon putting pools in front of him. So they have tools to work with. They don't have like an actual peeler, but they have some ways to peel. But Firebolina is really low in the back here.
Yeah, right now we see the ultimate getting popped there by the Ram.
Fire Ninja falls down. Ram finds Mitchie on the board finally, but here comes the engage out of Gamma. Gamma goes in the tower. That's what he just gets out. But one more tower shot will not do it. Bulb takes up Mitchie. And so, after the old but tries to get out. But now the tower's gonna fall. Mike Motoro picks a kill of Bulb, but 2 kills, 42 tower at that point. Not really worth it, but better than expected.
Soul really wants to try and get Oswald down, but Soul right now is falling down to Oswald. Oswald with 2 kills, but Mike finally gets the kill to shut down Oswald. 10-1. Was it worth it though?
Well, it was worth it till Oswald died, because this guy is more worth than most objectives in the game right now. So having him down, really good kill. Messi next up to fall, not Nixon. Should not drop that. Messi tries to dash out, but I don't think he can escape. 2 hits, tries to step back. Oh, missed that one. Use the fidget spinner back to just contemplate another dodge. Gets him, pops the shell. He buys so much time right now. One more hit. No, Nixon still in the chase. Can he hit it? Oh, backstep again. It's another all attack. Oh, Nixon is coming. No, Nixon's giving up. Giving up. No. Finally hits the one. And after what feels like an hour of dodging out of Messi, not Nixon able to pick up the kill onto the support.
Mashy using his fidget spinning skills to nearly slip out of that one. Whether or not that was not Nixon missing his skills or the Mashy being good, I'm not entirely sure. But either way, Excellent job there, wasting time by Mashi, and thank you for finally picking him up, Nixon. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. He has stood still for a while, meditated, focused on our power, and then hit his one and got it. So this is how you do things. If you miss too much, just take a break, take a breath, be a Hercules who cannot die to anything in the game right now, and just kill the Ganesha.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now we're seeing both objectives come up. The Gold Fury and the Portal Demon will soon be showing their faces once more. And Ho Yi is just prepared to get rid of these oracles and take him down for his team. However, the rest of Perfect Crime grouping up by the Portal Demon. I'm not sure what their plan is here. It looks like they want Oswald to keep them away from the Gold Fury, but right now they're running away towards the Portal Demon. But Oswald getting at about half health. He's just there to keep them baited. Oswald's so big that he can handle sitting there by himself. He's also got his ultimate. Meanwhile, the rest of Perfect Crime takes down the Portal Demon and is going straight for Fire Giant. Cow is right there, but Armadillo was able to get the Gold Fury.
Just another very questionable call. They're calling for Fire Giant now. Sunlight ult comes out of Rachaska. Defended, but this is like still a lot of time going. It's Half-Life. So the third. Porter gets down, and Perfect Crime secures the Fire Giant. Also was a great rotation. British Pop though, counter tries to get a kill here. Matt Mitchie picks up Mashi. Fireball Ninja in a bit of trouble, has to pop beats the easiest, but here's Cole. Also he trying to look for the kill. Soul comes out, but they're gonna look to get disengaged here and see how many can get. They got the Fire Giant, now all they have to do is to run and defend things, but Constantly blinks in and picks up Warp. Matt Mitchie actually gets the kill in the end there. And all those kills the AD carry are really helpful for them like just to come back.
Yeah, right now Matt Mitchie has finally caught up in levels at level 20, and like we saw before, Fafnir just does so much work with a Rom and a Soul, and they're going to be able to take down that mid tower no problem. However, the portal is still up, so right behind them are Gamma and Oswald with that Fire Giant, so they've got to be so careful that they're not caught out here.
They get caught out. Gamma's in there, gets stunned there, gets on at Mitchie, puts down for Oswald, gets the first kill on the fight, and Oswald comes in and gets a double kill! They're looking for Dr. Nixon right now, but he's going to escape, and he's a really strong Hercules, but they don't give us a chase. And good turnaround there for Perfect Crime, and trying to get those things going done. Oh, Gamma not done yet. Gets Soul in the tower.
However, Gamma's going to be kind of stuck there, taking a lot of damage from that tower shot, and is eventually taken down by Cow, stuck in a tree. Gamma going a little bit too deep there, especially since he was one of the remaining members of Fire Giant.
Yeah, it's only on Oswald Fireball Ninja, but this is what you want to have your Fire Giant on your massive carries. Especially in Oswald. Like, it's the only Fire Giant Perfect Crime right now wants to have is Oswald's. Again, like, ditch the rest, but Oswald needs it because he's going to take down the objectives, he's going to do massive amount of damage, and he's going to be focused. So every life reason on him is really helpful.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with that extra damage that kind of makes up for the composition that Armadillo Armada has drafted Soul and Soul, as they are probably going to be known for the Fafnir and the Soul player together combined for so much tower and objective damage, especially since they usually opt to go for the Frenzy. This game over, they've gone for the Sprint and the Shell. Probably a good decision here, but on the other hand, not as much tower push. But the question is, are they even going to be able to tower push with this giant, colossal ADC by the name of Oswald?
Well, there's one winning condition for him, and this is kill Oswald. Find a way, get a Herc pull on him, CC him, solo him, throw a Fafnir on him, just find a way to kill this Hu Yi. And they will win team fights. But if Hu Yi is shooting at any... Like, they have to choose a target. Whatever's in front of him, it could be Herc, it could be a Cullen, he will kill it. Because he's like level 20, he is 6th item, he's so huge, there's nothing to stop him right now, unless you full commit him. Talking about full commit, full commit in the left lane onto Matt Mitchie.
Matt Mitchie kind of in a bad spot here, completely separated from the rest of his team. Matt Mitchie goes up into the air to try and buy some time for his team to get there, but he is just not in a good position. He is going to die as soon as he comes down. And right now we see Gamma commit onto Mike. Mike is trying to go immune right now, but right now Gamma and Wolf on that front line trying to push away their enemies. Oswald has Fire Giant still, which is going to be very important. But right now we do see the Emperor's Armor on Soul, so we'll have to see if that Emperor's Armor is going to be enough for them to defend without an ADC.
Yeah, looking to do that. Who comes up? Puts him on Nixon. Oh, good bowler comes in, but Oswald with the Aegis will survive. Can jump out, but Cosmorock is still chasing. He might get it. Oswald is dead. That's the time to fight.
Yeah, right now Gamma is so low, and Mashi and Fireball Ninja are gonna have to be so careful of Cow stuck in a tree right behind them. Right now they need to run away. Not Nixon is so low as well, but Not Nixon is not in any trouble at all here. Gamma's gonna be taken Gamma's not going to be taken down. Actually, Fireball Ninja's the one that's going to go down, getting cut out by Mike, and Not Nixon is slowly healing up as they're trying to chase down Mashy and Wolf. Right now, it seems Gamma is going to be alive with 1 health, but they're definitely going to be going for this Tier 1 tower. I don't know if it's going to be the best idea for them to try and defend this. It's just a Tier 1 tower. They've got to give it up. They have no ADC, and it's just going to go down so quickly. There's not a whole lot of point defending that.
Yeah, just give it up. Maybe even give it to Tier 2 right now. You have your advantage, you have your leads. AD carry's not there, so it's going to take us some time. Just stay around, but do not fight. Try to revive. Wait for Oswald. Wait for Gamma to be back alive. But actually, that chases him down. A big 4-man tether out of Vault. Just deloads him back.
Gamma ulted a little bit too far away, so no knock-up on anybody. Gamma right now still having his Magi's not popped yet. They haven't got a lot to pop that Magi's with other than a knock-up or a stun from Not Nixon, Soul stun, a knock-up from the other Soul, or something of the nature. Right now we see Rom sitting at the Portal Demon trying to burst it down before anyone can get there, but Gamma is right there and ready. He's starting it up, but Matt Mitchie shows his face and he's like, I'm not letting you have this, dude. This is mine.
Yeah, Gamma's gonna pick it up, and Oswald puts some damage to Matt Mitchie. Not dying another. A Wolf looking for the chase down, gets the tether down. Sun comes in right now, but No Nixon is around this protection, but Portal Demon goes down to the red team, gets you a perfect crime. Another small win for them. And the money in the game is actually flat even.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, it is very even, but like we said, this game for Perfect Prime is on the back of Oswald. As long as Oswald stays in this game, stays alive, and keeps doing the damage that he's doing, he's going to be the win condition. He's got to be still killing his enemies like he has been this entire game.
Yeah, so the win condition for Perfect Crime is keep Oswald alive, and the win condition for Manila Armada is to kill Oswald. But there should be another thing. So we need Fireball Ninja to be another threat. So be dangerous. Get the people off Oswald so he can fight another. Big fight comes out, Cosplay gets Fireball Ninja.
Fireball Ninja goes down, but Cal stuck in a tree is now trying to advance on Oswald. Oswald is in so much trouble, but he is going to fall down. And right now, this is such a good fight for Armadillo Armada. Soul is trying to push up onto Wolf right now. Mike is very, very low, but even lower right now is Matt. And if Matt can fall down the Wolf, then that would be just a little bit more of a win there for Perfect Crime. But right now, Mike is going to take out Wolf, and they're going to head straight for Fire Giant. Hopefully, though, they will not mess up in this aggro of this Fire Giant so that Matt Mitchie nor Mike will fall down here.
Yeah, should we think to do, like, those I'm streams of the World Tier players so they can handle a Fire Giant, I guess. But well played right there. And no matter how fat Oswald is, if two warriors run at him, he cannot fight alone. So he had to jump out, so he was singled out, and Not Nixon and Counter-Strike. He saw the situation, that, okay, this guy's alone, he has no jump, just run at him. What they did, and they're both pretty tanky, but still do a lot of damage, and no AD carry can withstand 2 warriors. So for me, right now, it's on Fireball Ninja. He has to become a threat. He has to put up some damage down, because he's very low in the damage numbers, and he just dies every team fight immediately. So unless he becomes the secondary threat, and as long as Oswald stays the only threat, there's a really low chance for Perfect Crime to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, Poseidon would normally be doing a lot of damage right now, but he's gone for a very odd build. I don't necessarily understand why he's built into Gem of Isolation 3rd, and then he's gone for Spears of Magus. Like, this is not a build that you typically see on really anyone at this point in time. Mashy getting caught out there, completely just critted down, it seems. And right now, Cal is going to just hop on Fireball Ninja. Fireball Ninja taking so much damage, but he has to ult to try and get away. The snipes were almost good, but a little bit of a backstep from Fireball Ninja, able to keep him alive. But for some reason, he went back into them. I don't know.
Yeah, feels a bit desperate, but easy pickup for Country. Can tank towers so easy right now. Gamma jumps in. Bait has a Soul ult, the Fafnir ult, who's played by Soul. Oh, it's giving success. And Feast about to fall down, but now there's change objectives. Nope. Jumps out, Osiris ult falls, and first Feast falls, and there's mid lane. In the mid lane, there's also minions, and this Feast round as well. And Matt Mitchie taking down by Oswald.
Matt Mitchie taking a little bit too much of an aggressive pathing, so Oswald just able to take him down there. But at the same time, the Metal Phoenix also falls down. Only one more Phoenix remaining on the side of Perfect Crime. The Perfect Crime's Titan is going to be under attack, but they've got to do everything they can to try and take down the carries. So Right now, Oswald grabs Soul, and Oswald just gas pedaling with that upgraded sprint. Oswald gets a double kill onto Mike. Oswald still going strong onto Not Nixon, trying to take down the Hercules. Is he going to do it? I mean, Not Nixon is healing up so much right now. Triple kill, unofficial triple kill, sorry, for Oswald. Doing everything, I mean everything he can to keep his team still in this game.
Well, it was a bit of a misplay by Soul because he didn't watch the timer on his D-transform, so he D-transformed in the Phoenix and took like 5 or 6 shots, and then Oswald shooting it as well, so he died first. Then great ult by Meshi, and then Oswald, as you said, gas pedaled through the whole team, just chased them down and all the damage he did. And other than that, they have to get at least one Phoenix has to withstand the push. See how they work on it. Or Garen goes to ult.
Right now, it's going to be a very risky call coming out from them. Oswald trying to do his best to focus down this Phoenix, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough quite yet. Barely any damage on this Phoenix. Rama's up in the sky, trying to do enough damage to take down somebody. Fireball getting very, very low. Those snipes are on point, but this risky call from Perfect Crime not going to pay off. Their Titan's going to be taking a little bit of damage from 2 waves of minions. They've got to decide what they need to do, and quickly.
Well, they had no decision. They had to run back and at least 2 people, and one of them has to deal a lot of damage. So they had to come back. Good defense there out of Armadillo Armada. Like, should be in the name, I guess. And they managed to hold the Phoenix. 2 Phoenixes down for Perfect Crime, so there's a timer on them. And those Phoenixes gonna respawn after the Fire Giant thing, so it's gonna be should be the next 3 Fire Giant from Armadillo Armada, unless they can push the waves really hard to buy some sometimes for them.
Yeah, unless Armadillo Armada makes a mistake here, they are going to get this Fire Giant for relatively no problem. Right now, like, there's just so much damage coming out of Oswald. They need to not make another mistake like that. As soon as this game gets into the 40 minutes, the timers are going to start getting closer and closer to a minute. So if most of the team falls down for a minute, they can just push into that Phoenix and end the game. They've got to be so careful in this next couple of fights.
Yeah, on the other hand, no matter how big Oswald is, he can only reach 6 items, and Mad Mitchie reached 6 items as well. He has a crit build, so as soon as he finds a switch, he can do so much damage. And no matter how much Oswald did in the early game, in the mid game, late game, it just comes down to one team fight, one 6 item fight, and if you're gonna see that, it's gonna decide the game right here.
Yeah, this has been such a close game this entire time. Right now, Armadillo does have a gold lead, but at this point in the game, it's 34 minutes. It doesn't matter anymore. Almost everyone's fully slotted out. Now, all that's left to do is really upgrade relics, and most people have already done it, especially those with the cheaper builds. You can see right now, Oswald has a 3k pot in his inventory. He's ready to go for this next fight.
He's ready to go, but if he puts the secret rounds into the thorns of the Hercules, it's gonna hurt him quite a lot. Yeah, that works out.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, they need to do what they did in the other good team fights. Kill Fireball and then run at Oswald.
Yeah, Fireball right now, a big detriment on the side of Perfect Crime, but Gamma unfortunately missing the ultimate. Sprint has been popped on the side of Perfect Crime, trying to do something here, but right now the Fire Giant isn't even pulled. That's an ultimate and a very important team fighting relic down for practically nothing. It looks like Perfect Crime's just gonna give it up. They're not even gonna try and contest it.
No, they have to back and push away because if they have to get into the fight right there, there's gonna be 2 Phoenixes falling just again. There's double second fire mini waves on both sides, on the mid lane and the left lane, and just now they have has a Fire Giant, and they're gonna look to push in mid lane and left lane, and just get those Phoenixes down again, or go for the right lane and get them like 3 dangerous, hurt Phoenixes? I'm missing a word here, but they're gonna look for 3 Phoenixes down. I'm gonna look at it because there's a creep of left, and if they keep people right, this creep's gonna finish the Phoenix all on themselves.
Yeah, Not Nixon tanking it up right now. We've got 2 different armors right now, so the Phoenix is kind of confused. Am I faster? Am I not? So right now we see a lot of ultimates being popped. Not Nixon, the only one taking the damage there from that ultimate match. He's so very low, nearly getting sniped away by the Rum, but Cal is able to chase him down, and Not Nixon finally puts the gravestone on top of Mashi. Soul also takes out Wolf. Not Nixon down Oswald, able to take down someone on the enemy team, but it's not going to be enough. Fireball Ninja getting pushed out of the fountain, but Matt Mitchie takes him down, and that's going to be the game for Armadillo Armada. So hard fought by Oswald, but it's not enough to take down the Armada.
Yeah. Oh. Oswald has a lot of back pain right now because he tried to carry his whole team on that, but it didn't work out because there was no Adams support because that Poseidon was not doing anything. 3 teams today put trust in Poseidon, and 3 teams today got disappointed by Poseidon. because no game he was having a lot of impact. In all the games they built a lot of gem of isolations very early, never worked out. It's a great item when you were heavily ahead, but they were behind. Yes, Oscar was ahead, but he had all the farm in his hand, and he did rotate. But in those 4-on-4 scrimmages, they lost a lot.
Yeah, unfortunately, not working as a unit was perfect crime. Armadillo Armada just pulling out the same strategy they did last game, trying to get as much frontline as possible to support their huge push coming out of the combination of Soul, Matt Mitchie, and Mike. And altogether, just putting that structure damage on the board was so important. And at the end of the day, it won them the game and the championship. So congratulations from both of us here at Smite Prime. Go to Armadillo Armada. Congratulations for winning this week's 5 versus 5 battle for Asgard. And that's going to be it from us. So congratulations once again, and we'll see you next week.